My warm greetings to the jury. Here I am to speak on the benefits of National Education Policy 2020 or NEP 2020, which has been one of the most important policies of the decade. It aims to revolutionize education in the country. And the value of education can be determined by the fact that even the name of the Human Resource Development Ministry is changed to Education Ministry, showing that human becomes a resource only through education. In the hard times of the COVID-19 pandemic, we have seen how through using their skills and practical knowledge, people have helped each other. Take the example of primary school teacher Neelu Mahikwar in Durg district, who brings newspaper clippings daily to share interesting stories with students so that they are better listeners and they become better speakers as well. Such kind of student-teacher interaction is what this policy will certainly promote. The NEP 2020 has and was approved by the cabinet in July 2020, and it replaced the National Policy on Education of 1986. The country has moved way ahead than it was in 34 years back. Hence, this was much needed. So let me explain you the major reforms and their usefulness point by point. It expands the age group of mandatory education from 6 to 14 years to 3 to 18 years. Also, it will include 12 years of schooling with 3 years of Anganwadi or preschooling. Regional languages will be included in the media of instruction and 3-language formula will be applied, but it won't be forced as well. Since children can pick up languages easy, they will be taught to be multilingual, and it is scientifically proven that it has various mental benefits. Vocational education will be introduced in school from class 6th, and this will include internships as well. That way, practical and job-based learning will begin from school days itself, and children will not feel a sudden pressure once they join college like we did. The new policy aims to take this learning outside of the four walls of classroom and encourage a student to imbibe from the real world. It will be a transition from the bookish learning that we have been having from all these years. And now students will be equipped with 21st century skills. Teachers will be offered lots of workshops and they will be developed for teaching that will be holistic. They will also be having a B.Ed program as mandatory education policy. Talking about higher education, NEP will focus on research-based curriculum and will use a multidisciplinary approach wherein students can choose combination of subjects, be it of humanities, science, arts, etc. A goal of NEP is also to increase the enrollment ratio. Also, undergraduate degrees will be either of 3 or 4 years with multiple exit options within this periods with appropriate certificate for those dropping out at a certain point in the course. This I find it pretty impressive because as college going students can opt out whenever they feel like and when they feel that they are ready for their own business, and that will promote Startup India. Even colleges will be provided more autonomy, thus increasing the scope of innovation. Another thing I'm really impressed in this policy is the importance given to emotional intelligence, because social and emotional skill is known as the soft skill, and it increases empathy, perseverance, leadership and teamwork. It is much needed in the world today because here values are constantly degrading. At the end of the day, you have to utilize your education and skill for the upliftment of society, and for that you need to be emotionally attached to the people. Hence, true education will be achieved only in this manner. Despite of everything, implementation of this ideal policy seems a major concern. The government has to look for incentives to attract top 100 global universities to set up campus here. Everything mentioned here is not an easy task. But at a time where India's GDP is declining and rate of unemployment is increasing, we definitely need such a policy for the bright future of country. So as the Education Minister, Mr. Ramesh Pokhriyal had said that students are the brand ambassador of NEP 2020. We as students and we as youths have to be equal contributors to make this a major success in the upcoming decade. Thank you.